Finally, I'd like to go through just some recent purchases that we've done as a team for the past month and a bit. We secured this property off market. This is a 3-bed, 1-bath, 4-car space house. It sits on a 445 square meter block that it can certainly be bulldozed in the future, and a big single house can be built, but it's big enough that the next door block to the south, exactly the same size, it has already been subdivided into 2 side-by-side townhouses. We'd probably call them duplexes here in Sydney, but this is Melbourne I'm talking about. It also has room down the side and room in the backyard to build a granny flat, if that's something that the client also wanted to do to create a dual income style product. Now, the property has modern updates, light and bright interiors. Retains quite a bit of character, while they've done some refreshing finishes to the product as well. Recently, they renovated high quality internals such as the bathroom and some areas of the kitchen as well. It's got a bit more owner-occupier appeal. It also actually includes a versatile studio. It's likely a detached or semi, kind of separate space, like a granny flat. Some people call it a teenager's retreat. They've got all these words for it, but it definitely adds some flexibility for the product itself and makes it quite attractive. This property itself, it sits 8 kilometres southwest of Melbourne CBD. It's within the city of Hobson Bay, and that's the LGA. So that's what we're looking at there. It's close to Vernon Street Strip, which it has cafes and things like that on the strip. Easy access towards Williamstown Beach in one direction and Melbourne CBD in the other. So the property's in walking distance to amenities and accessible via nearby freeways. We bought it for $1.225 million. If this was a property that we'd be renting out, $750 a week or 3.1% gross rental yield. So this is a really good product. I really like this one. We purchased this as well in Melbourne. There's quite a bit that we're doing in Melbourne at the moment. I would say more than 40% of the purchases that we're doing across, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Adelaide, Perth, the majority of those 40% are going into Melbourne. We purchased this beautiful house that's sitting on a 379 square meter block. It's in the city of Brisbane. That's the LGA, with a family-friendly layout, modern kitchen, covered entertainment area, strong parking and security, all within easy reach of the rail, arterial roads, and major retail. So we definitely do like this product. Internals are modern, spacious, they're family-friendly. The layout's practical with plenty of space for entertaining. That's a side access through the garage. The home has a large and backyard with plenty of privacy, which I also liked a lot. Again, 23 kilometres northwest of Melbourne CBD. We got this for $720,000. I think this is a steal. $565 per week would give us about a 4.1% rental yield. It offers strong balance of land value, livability, and long-term growth potential within the city of Brisbane. The property combines a solid brick home, we all love brick, with a generous backyard and quality internal finishes, positioned close to transport, schools, and major retail hubs. So we really like this product. It makes sense. The client was really happy with it. I'd like to buy more of these, please. Now for Perth, we were honoured to help a lovely Aussie couple who were living abroad to buy their dream home back in Perth. And the goal was basically to have everything sorted before they returned so they could just move right in. And we purchased a beautiful standalone home on 700 square metres in the city of Joondalup, which is about 24 kilometres north of Perth CBD. And just again, what you get for your money is pretty impressive. So it's fully renovated. It's got like a Hampton style kitchen, modern appliances. Yeah, they did a great job with the updating of the reno. You can see here, renovated bathrooms, floor to ceiling tiles, walk-in shower, hybrid low maintenance flooring throughout, ducted air conditioning, security alarm system, etc. They did quite a few things to update this. This is probably one of my favorite bits of the property. It's got a massive undercover area. Okay, so it's an alfresco dining area. And if you look in the top right-hand corner, you'll see it's an elevated block, right? So it's you can see that there's a structure at the back there in the back right-hand corner. So if you go down this path here on the right-hand side and then you turn left, you basically go straight up to this massive double garage / storage shed at the back of the property. And that's just a bit of an image of what the inside kind of looks like. Again, it's pretty big, and that's the slight little driveway up there. So it's just a really great property, and it's going to suit the clients to a T. So we've got this property 25 k's north of Perth CBD. $950,000 was the purchase price. If we were to rent it, we'd probably get about $750 a week, which is about a 4.1% rental yield. It's set on a generous 700 square meter block. Strong future potential for a granny flat or for a dual occupancy based on that huge shed at the back there. It's renovated. It's near the freeway. It's near shops. It's near schools. I think it's only about 4 kilometers from the beach as well. It's just in a great spot. So we really like this product. This is Brisbane. As housing affordability becomes increasingly out of reach, we're seeing more owner-occupiers sacrificing land for a better location. And we saw the opposite of this during COVID, obviously. Everyone was sacrificing location to get land, and that's why the outskirting suburbs and regional areas started going up in value. But we're seeing that pendulum swing back now. And this is an example of a great compromise for our owner-occupier client here. This is a 2-bedroom townhouse, and this is in an estate 10 kilometers east of Brisbane CBD. Now, the one thing I do like about this townhouse too is that the only attachment is the garage. So the garage is attached to another garage, but the side of this house is totally free, so there's a little bit more natural light. Sometimes when you get townhouses and they're squashed in between other townhouses, there's no natural light, so the front's all dark, and there's only light coming from the back going usually into the kitchen. So this really was quite attractive. You can see the windows there. So southwest facing aspect with only a single shared wall. Like I said before, open plan living with timber flooring. It's very nice. Recently renovated main bathroom with double rain showers, brass fittings, LED mirror, quality finishes, split system, air conditioning, built-in robes, internal laundry, upper level linen closet, oversized single garage plus driveway space. 2 extra cars could basically fit there. It's got a massive green yard as well. Layout's attractive, as you can see from there. We love this purchase because it delivers the perfect balance kind of lifestyle location and low maintenance investment performance. It's set within a small well-kept complex in Brisbane City Council area. The townhouse offers modern living with quality finishes and strong tenant appeal. Its proximity to the Gateway motorway, local shops and bayside amenities ensures convenience. So it was just a good spot, good property, good bones. It made sense. 10 k's east of the CBD, $750,000. You get a lot of clients that are like, I don't want to buy a unit. Okay, then maybe look at a townhouse. Maybe look at something semi-detached. But I would much rather have this at $750,000, 10 k's east of the CBD, than buy a house, $750,000, but have it 40 plus kilometers from the CBD. It just makes no sense. But we've been brainwashed in Australia to believe that houses make more money than units or townhouses, and that is not the case. And if you want to use just one off the top of my head, if you use a place like Bondi, I just want to give you a famous example. If a 2-bedroom unit in Bondi is worth significantly more than a 4-bedroom house 10 kilometers from Bondi. What's the reason for that? It's the location. So this is what people need to get into their heads if they want to be a borderless investor.